Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well today. And today I'll be talking about inclusion in early childhood education. And as you can see on my screen, that's me and one of my students, and her name is Fung An. Fung An was born with extra chromosome that made her extraordinary. Extraordinary in the sense that she brings so much extraordinary happiness in our classroom. Yes, that is Fung An from Vietnam. And this is also my English class. And my students came from different religious denominations and cultural backgrounds also here in Vietnam. Some of them are Buddhists, some of them are Catholics, and one of them is also from India. So now, what is your observation with the two presentations that I gave you, or the two pictures that I gave you, Fung An and my English class? Maybe you're thinking, me, because I was in the picture. But kidding aside, this is not the usual scenario that we see in a normal classroom. Yes, that's right. Because before, all we can see is a very unique, very normal school with boys and girls, with same skin colors, same age, same physical features. But now there is a revolution that is ongoing, and that is all thanks to inclusion in education. Now, Fung Ein might be different in her own little way, but now Fung Ein was able to study normally, same as other kids. That's all because of inclusion in education. Because many philosophers, teachers, and those who made this movement believe that every child has the right to quality education and learning. And the right to education is a basic human right, meaning without the right to education, people won't be able to get live their life as they wish to, especially those who cannot afford it. It ensures that everyone gets an equal right to education so that we all can develop as a society without leaving anyone section out. So, here comes inclusive education, breaking barriers and building bridges. Inclusive education is the most effective way to give all children a fair chance to go to school, learn and develop the skills they need to thrive. I mean all, not only you, but all, including her and him. I mean almost everybody, every kid. They may come from different cultural backgrounds, different status, different colors, different upbringings, different countries. All are fair in education. So I'm going to show you this picture. This is a typical scenario or typical scenario that we can see inside the classroom, right? This is a normal classroom. But we can also say that the next picture is also normal. What did you observe? On the first picture, the kids are all white. But on the second one, there is one kid who might seem quite different because of his skin. But as you can see, it is a normal, a normal scenario right now because of inclusion in education. And we also have here another one. Seemingly, this is just a normal classroom environment. And we can also say that the next picture is quite normal. Now that inclusion in education is applied. We can see a boy there sitting on a wheelchair, learning same as the children sitting on the floor. Well, according to UNICEF, inclusive education is the most effective way to give children a chance to go to school, develop their skills, and learn many things in order to thrive. Well, that's according to UNICEF. This gives importance to children from different backgrounds to bring to the classroom and bring various groups to work hand in hand for the benefit of all. Di ba? Education for all. No child will be left behind. Maybe this revolution was started because they observed that many children, like from different upbringings, different physical traits, they thought that why not build something wherein we can bring them to a normal school where they can normally learn. So maybe that's the revolution. And here are four key areas suggested by UNICEF to support government to foster inclusive education because it seems different. It seems difficult to undertake this kind of revolution in education. That's why here are the key areas suggested by UNICEF to support government to foster inclusive education, which includes advocacy, awareness, raising, awareness raising, capacity building, and implementation support. Let's write them one by one, starting from advocacy. Here, UNICEF promotes inclusive education towards policymakers and the general public to promote this. Of course, they designed this inclusion in education for everybody, and this advocacy promotes the general public, especially those kids, and they reach out different policymakers to make this happen. And we also have the awareness raising. Awareness raising is number two, wherein UNICEF shines a spotlight on the needs of children with disabilities by conducting research and hosting roundtables, workshops, and other events for government partners. Okay? And number three, capacity building. UNICEF builds the capacity of education systems in partner countries by training teachers, administrators, communities, and providing technical assistance to governments. Of course, number one here are the teachers because they are the ones assigned in building, in undertaking this kind of revolution, which is the inclusion in education. Because they believe that they cannot give what they do not have. They are not able to cater the needs of every individual kids that they have if they don't have the idea, they don't have the ability to do it. That's why they need trainings. They need to attend seminars to do it. And the last one, implementation support. UNICEF assists with monitoring and evaluation in partner countries to close the implementation between policy and practice. They try to visit different countries and, you know, assessing the development of this implementation that they have. And if they find out other other downfall of it or downside of it, they offer support. And the heart of inclusive education is making all children feel welcome, appropriately challenged, and supported by the teachers, but as well as adults too, which includes the community, their parents, and others. This is also about making sure that education given to children is quality by giving them appropriate activities that meet their different needs. Meet their different needs. Well, they are being mixed with other normal kids, let's say normal kids, but then again, advocates of this program made sure that they cater the needs of the normal kids and also those who are part of the inclusion, those who are quite like different. Let's not just say different, but specials. And this should be done in a responsive, respectful, and supportive way so that students will be able to participate in the education of a common learning environment. To have an effective common learning activity, the classroom must have these things in order to make it effective. Number one, individual children must fully participate in the learning that is designed for all students and must be shared with peers. That's why teachers who are trained give activities that lets all the children participate and the activity is being shared by them. No one is spared. Number two, a positive climate must be maintained to promote a sense of belongingness, and progress towards appropriate overall goals. This is really important to have a positive environment that could boost their sense of belongingness. Just like what you are seeing on the screen, see my ability, not my disability. Encourage my participation, not discourage my participation. And count me in, not discount me in. By by seeing this picture here, we can already see that we either make them or break them. That's why it is important to create a very positive environment. And next, a responsive environment wherein learning is supported and student-centered approach are practiced. Nowadays, we can observe these student-centered approaches wherein the teacher serves as the facilitator and the students are the mere doers of the activities, which is the main goal of education. And the last one, a common learning environment is where inclusive education thrives. It is designed to address the uniqueness of children as well as with their peers. A common learning environment, okay? Addressing the uniqueness of children as well as with their peers. It's like the same with the other one. So that is inclusive education. Thank you for listening and let's make the world a better place.